Long ago, in the land of Canaan, there lived a man named Jacob, the son of Isaac, the grandson of Abraham. Jacob had 12 sons, and though he loved them all, he had a special affection for his son Joseph. Joseph was the son of Jacob's old age, born to him by his beloved wife Rachel. Because of this deep love, Jacob gave Joseph a very special gift, a richly ornamented robe made of many colors. The robe shimmered in the sunlight, and it was unlike anything his brothers had ever seen. But Joseph's brothers didn't see a beautiful gift. They saw favoritism. They saw unfairness. They saw jealousy growing like a fire in their hearts. Joseph, still young and full of dreams, didn't realize the bitterness brewing among them. Then Joseph began to have strange and vivid dreams. In one dream, he and his brothers were out in the fields, tying up bundles of grain. Suddenly, Joseph's bundle stood upright, while the others gathered around and bowed down to it. In another dream, the sun, the moon, and 11 stars bowed low before him. When Joseph shared these dreams with his brothers, and even with his father, they were shocked. "Do you really think you'll rule over us?" his brothers asked, furious. Even Jacob was puzzled by the dreams. But in his heart, he wondered if there might be something more to them. One day, Jacob sent Joseph to check on his brothers who were tending the flocks far from home. As Joseph approached, wearing his colorful robe, the brothers saw him from a distance. Their hatred boiled over. "Here comes that dreamer," they muttered. "Let's kill him and throw him into a pit. Then we'll see what becomes of his dreams." But Reuben, the eldest, stepped in. "Let's not kill him. Throw him into this cistern, but don't lay a hand on him." He secretly planned to rescue Joseph later. So they stripped Joseph of his robe and threw him into a dry, empty well. Then, as they sat down to eat, a caravan of traders passed by, heading toward Egypt. Judah, another brother, had an idea. "Let's sell him instead. He is our brother, after all. What will we gain by killing him?" And so, for 20 pieces of silver, they sold Joseph. The traders took him away, bound for Egypt. To cover their deed, the brothers dipped Joseph's beautiful robe in goat's blood and brought it back to their father. "Is this your son's robe?" they asked. Jacob saw it and wept bitterly. "My son has been devoured by a wild animal," he cried. "I will mourn him the rest of my days." Meanwhile, Joseph arrived in Egypt and was sold to Potiphar, captain of Pharaoh's guard. Joseph served faithfully, and everything he did prospered because God was with him. Potiphar noticed and made Joseph head over his entire household. But trouble came again. Potiphar's wife tried to seduce Joseph, but he refused, saying, "How could I do such a wicked thing and sin against God?" Angered by rejection, she falsely accused him, and Joseph was thrown into prison. Even there, God remained with Joseph. He gained the trust of the prison warden and was put in charge of the other prisoners. While there, Joseph met 2 of Pharaoh's officials, the chief cupbearer and the chief baker, each troubled by strange dreams. Joseph listened and interpreted the dreams through God's wisdom. To the cupbearer he said, "In 3 days you'll be restored to your position." And to the baker, "In 3 days you will be executed." It happened just as he said. Joseph asked the cupbearer, "Please remember me when you are free." But the man forgot. 2 years passed. Then Pharaoh had disturbing dreams of 7 fat cows being eaten by 7 thin ones, and 7 full heads of grain swallowed by 7 withered ones. None of Pharaoh's wise men could explain them. Finally, the cupbearer remembered Joseph. Joseph was summoned, and with God's help, he explained the dreams. 7 years of abundance will be followed by 7 years of famine. Store food now, or Egypt will suffer greatly. Pharaoh was so impressed that he made Joseph second in command over all of Egypt. During the 7 good years, Joseph stored grain across the land. Then the famine came, not only to Egypt, but to all surrounding nations. People traveled from far and wide to buy grain, including Joseph's brothers. They didn't recognize him when they stood before him, asking for food. But Joseph knew them. His heart stirred with emotion, yet he didn't reveal himself immediately. He tested them to see if their hearts had changed. Eventually, they showed remorse. They confessed their guilt about what they had done years ago. Joseph could no longer hold back. With tears streaming down his face, he said, "I am Joseph, your brother, the one you sold into Egypt." The brothers were terrified, but Joseph comforted them. "Don't be afraid. What you meant for evil, God meant for good, to save many lives." Joseph forgave them. He brought his father Jacob and all his family to live safely in Egypt. And there, under God's guiding hand, the family of Israel began to grow into a great nation.